Greetings, YouTube. It is pretty rare for the Marvel Casino of Champions to throw out a unit-based potions and revives sale to grade. And yet, on this Friday, that is what we find ourselves staring at in the potions bundle. And we also actually have two separate bundles. We have the potions bundle and we have the energy and boost bundle. We'll be assessing both of them for value today, and you can see the description as always in your in-game inbox with the energy boosts and potions. Anyone who sees this is essentially proven or higher. So I would imagine that's the majority of summoners. Now, what I love about potions, but especially revives, is that revives are percentage based, meaning that it actually is an advantage depending on the higher rarity of champion you use to fight with, because the higher the rarity and the higher the rank, the larger the health pool. And so if you're reviving 20 or 40 or 60% of the health of a rank 3 6-star, that's going to be worth a whole lot more than 20 or 40 or 60% of the health of a max rank 2-star. It's just math. We're going to start with the energy and boost bundle. Now, this does include a greater champion boost, 2 of them, 2 greater health boosts, 2 greater attack boosts, 10 energy refills, which by themselves, though normally people don't spend many units on them because of things like peak milestones, which is one of the better things Kabam has ever invented in the game to help with energy refills, because we used to have a very hard time getting energy refills, full energy refills. Maybe small ones are fine, you can get them with 4-hour crystals, but for full energy refills, if you want an idea of how rare they are, just look at the drop rates for them in arena crystals, and you will quickly realize that the game doesn't want you to have many of them for free. And that still is to a certain case but it's not as frequent because, like I said, of peak milestones and other things. In general, the best thing about this is the greater champion boost. Love these things. I used to value these things at 300 units a piece when they first came out because they're good for an hour, and you can save so much time and units and even energy, literally, if you use this to clear even an hour of arena, especially something like the 6-star featured. But more appropriately, if you use one of these from anything from the Summer of Pain fights to especially Act 6, Act 7, variant content, when the Gauntlet was in the game, the Abyss, etc. So I actually think this is a really fair offer, particularly because it's basically like buy 10 energy refills, get all the boosts free. Now, this also includes greater experience points boosts, and a 75% is pretty impressive. If you need to grow your leveling, I don't know if I've even seen this plus 75% too many times, and what's really cool is it's good for 3 days straight. That's fantastic. 3 days straight. So, YouTube, I'm going to give this a B value. Now, if you don't need energy refills, and if you don't feel like you need boost, though a lot of times everybody likes to use boost, especially rainbow boost, where you use all these in combination with one another to clear things like hard content and especially Alliance War. But 300 units is a fair price because it's like purchasing 10 energy refills and then getting all the boosts for free. So I'm going to give it a B value, especially for players who can use the greater experience points boost. If you're like level 47, pop one of those things in. I also love the fact that it's 4 units, meaning that free-to-play players can take advantage of this. Now, this is 500 units, which might sound like a lot, but it starts off with 5 level 2 team revives. And so if you were to buy 5 level 2 team revives on their own, and look, I realize that maybe a lot of people don't spend units on them, so you wouldn't normally buy it. But if you were, that's 500 units by itself. So keep in mind that because it's 500 units by itself, technically if we're talking about retail price, what the game normally charges, that is 500 units, which means the 5 level 3 revives, which you can't even purchase without going into this kind of special offer, because level 2s are the max, and then 5 level 5 team health potions and 5 level 5 health potions, which refill 10,000 health. And again, if we're going to look at what you could normally purchase in the game as far as level 5 health potions, this is 28 times 5. So that's 140 units worth of savings. And then the team you can't even purchase, but the closest comparable thing is 175 units, which by itself is pretty good, but I still value that much more. And the level 2 revives, which are 40 percenters, yes, normally for 5 it costs 200 units. But the really cool thing about this, especially if you're reviving someone like a 6-star, is that it's not a level 2 40 percenter, it's a level 3 60 percenter, which of course is 20% more value than the level 2. I usually value those if they were being sold at least 60 units a piece, and 5 of those would mean 300 units total. So I view this as about half off, about 1,000 units worth of savings for potions and revives versus 500. Now, let me be clear, 500 units is more than 12 level 2 solo revives worth of regular units. And so if you view 12 level 2s as more valuable than a combination of 10 level 3s and level 2s, then I get you're not the biggest fan of this. Part of me wants to be really greedy, and I wish this was 100 units cheaper. If this was 400 units, it would be a much better value. But at the same time, like, this could come in really clutch for people, especially the team revives, if you are trying to resurrect a full team to maybe clear some more of Act 7.2. And if you don't have your inventory overflow already capped, like I do, and obviously you watching this know your inventory needs and your numbers much better than I ever will, this is going to be highly valuable for you to actually enjoy. So I am a fan of this offer. I actually think the boost offer, because it gives you those greater champion boost, and then especially for you proven players, because I try to be as much of a voice on this channel for proven players as I do Thronebreakers, this is a really solid value for 300 units. Wish this was the same price, but obviously Kabam's not going to reduce this by almost half to make it 300 units. It's solid. Just remember that I would encourage you to get this more if you don't have the inventory overflow issue, because you only have a couple weeks before they go away from your account. And if you're planning on clearing a bunch of content between now and then, go for it. I would say the Potions Bundle makes a lot more sense when you actually go into content and you know you're going to use all 5 of your team members, versus something like, let's say that you're mainly going to use Aegon in the Abyss. Well, team revives aren't really going to help you as much as single revives. And if that's the case, maybe you feel like you should just go with the standard 40 units per level 2 revive price that you get every day in the potion store. And so it's really not that big of a deal for you. I get that, because again, you can buy 12 of these for 480 units, which is 20 units less than the price of this new special bundle. But the potions are nice too. I kind of wish this was 100 units less. I know that might be me being greedy, but it is what it is. Could come in clutch, but if you think you're going to only use one champion mainly to clear content, I'd probably save the 500 units and stick with just the level 2 solo revives that you could normally get for 40 units apiece. Otherwise, really a fan, especially for you proven and maybe even conqueror players, of the boost. It's a cheaper price and the greater experience points boost. 3 days straight, 75%. You're going to level up a lot faster, and that's going to be a huge pro player move, particularly because you can grind the 300 units maybe in the next 24 hours in the arena and get this thing for free. Have a great rest of your Friday, YouTube. Thanks for watching.